Yay, we're live finally. Welcome everyone to Lessons and Learning and Readings with Larkin. I am Larkin and I'm so happy to be here with you for an hour of wisdom and guidance and readings from Spirit. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining me today. I am live from the United States again, from the barn. We have Tempe over here and Jasper over here. They're all kind of napping and waiting to head out. When you guys log on, please say hello and let me know where you're from. Welcome if you are here for the live or if you are here on the rebroadcast. We are happy to have you. I was just sharing this myself to groups and pages so that people can find Veronica's amazing page, FindMeAMedium, with all these awesome readers. All right. Anyway, I want to welcome all of you. Please feel free to settle in and make yourselves at home. Come on in. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to log on. While you guys are doing that, I am actually sharing this to a couple groups so that people can find us on here as well. If you guys would like to invite friends to join us today, please feel free to do that. I'm going to post this to my Life Beyond Death group. And I'm also going to post this to my Women's Awakening circle. Hopefully people can find it and enjoy that. If you guys are interested in those groups, you can always find me down here on my Facebook page. And these groups are connected to that, or you can let me know you'd like to be a part of those groups. One of them is a Women's Awakening circle, and it's about awakening your feminine intuition. I also have an Awakening Your Intuition mastermind group. And then the other one is for those of you that are interested in a group that is about life before and after death. That's my other group. So anyway, you can find that if you connect with me through my Facebook page down here. Yay, we're getting some people hopping on here. Wonderful. Tanya, welcome. Nice to see you. So today, guys, I have my my drinks as usual. I have had terrible reception issues today. I don't know what's going on with our towers over here, but hopefully my hotspot will hold up for us. And you have your drinks. I have my turmeric water, my Dr. Pepper today, and my Gatorade Zero. So make yourself at home with your drinks. You too. Yes, thank you. Oh, it's a nice, warm, snuggly day here. And I did bring my Sacred Forest cards. I know last week when we were on, there were souls coming through. We did some reverse readings. For those of you that are unfamiliar with me, a couple of things as we're waiting for people to log on. Hi, Leona. Good to see you. I am well. Thank you. I hope you are also. For those of you that are new, I'll move this back a little so you can see my ponies, to the readings with me. A couple things. One, I like you guys to, make yourself comfortable, have your drinks. If you want to have crystals or incense or candles, I encourage you to do that as well. It's good for, changing our senses, opening up our senses, changing our environment, and setting an ambiance for us during this hour that we are together. The other thing is that, it really can be a barrier breaker between worlds. So it can help you to connect, because I don't just want you guys to, hi, Mariana. Hi, Ian. I don't want you all to just come on here and ask me things and just hear with your brain. I really want you all to be able to experience what we're doing here and to open up your own intuition, realize that you have these abilities as well, and be able to make your own connections, okay? The other thing before we bring through some wisdom from Spirit is, as most of you know, I always encourage you all to come on, say hello, let me know where you're from, get centered, leave your extra life at the door, right? All the things you're worried about and such at the door, and come in, allow yourself to get centered and breathe. Please do not just come in and ask for readings, because that sets you up in a vibration of neediness and a vibration of lack. And no matter how great Spirit might come through to me, If you are sending out a frequency of lack and want and need, it's going to be harder for you to receive the messages and guidance that comes through for you, okay? So unlike most readers, I'm please asking you to please at least say hello. Give yourselves a few minutes to settle in. Don't feel panicked to be in competition for a reading. It really, part of my goal here from Spirit is to help you guys have a safe, sacred place to practice really getting present, because you don't just want to have to rely on people like me for guidance and answers and validation. You also want to be able to build confidence in your own intuition, your own connection, your own abilities, because you are part of your entire spirit team. You have a whole spirit team with you. You are an eternal soul, electromagnetic energy that is here for a very tiny bit of time here, incarnated in this life. Okay? You have a purpose for being here. You don't even have to know what that purpose is. You just need to be the best version of yourself. But understand that it's not all up to your spirit team to fix things, heal things, turn things around. It's actually up to you. It is their job to guide you. You're the one here with the free will. You're the one incarnated, okay? So my job is, at least what Spirit has asked me to do, is for the online free readings, be as efficient as possible, help guide and validate as many people as possible while I'm on here. If you want something more in depth, please find an online group reading like my angel parties that I have once a month. You can find me down in the little banner down there. You can find my Facebook page. Find a reader you trust and get a private reading. Join a mastermind, like I have an Awakening Your Intuition mastermind or something. Find people you trust and invest your time and money in those ways, okay? Some of you just want free online readings. That's great. But if you want more, make sure you take it to the next level. Don't just rely on free online readings, okay? So anyway, so that's my job. I will go where Spirit guides me today. I will cover as many of you as I can. And again, if you want something further, you know what to do, okay? All right. So hi, Andrea, Reese, Casey, welcome. So our message from Spirit today is gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That has been the theme all day that Spirit has guided me with, whether it be coaching clients, readings, or my live with Chris Alba where we do mindset work. It has been from Spirit today all about gratitude. And, you know, I will share with you this from Spirit. Eckhart Tolle, one of our greatest living spiritual teachers, he says, if you only ever say one prayer, make it be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't even have to be specific about what you're being grateful for. Gratitude is not only the key to abundance, but it is a great healer alongside nature. Accepting the moment as it is, being grateful for the moment exactly as it is, actually keeps you from being stuck in the moment. It keeps you from getting caught up and distracted. It keeps you from perpetuating more of your own struggle and suffering. And it gives you freedom from your egoic mind. When you give off the frequency of gratitude, that means you think it and then you feel it, because feelings are the mind and the body. You send out, you radiate a frequency of gratitude. And when you do that, what must come back to you are more things to be grateful for. Okay. Now, hopefully that's not the only reason you do it, but the truth of the matter is that will be the only reason most people do it. Okay. And that's okay. So that is Spirit's message to you today. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. If you do not ever do anything else to heal, transform your life, or manifest, make it gratitude. It is the very number one and most powerful thing you can do in your toolbox. Okay. All right. So let's say hi and see where Spirit is guiding us today. I will repeat some of these little reminders as we go on, just because some people are getting on and off as we do this live. Please make sure if you like this, that you actually like it, so that more people can see it and benefit from it, and find Veronica's Find Me a Medium page. Okay. All right, Andrea, welcome. Thank you, Tanya. I'm so glad that you appreciate them. Honestly, guys, what good is any of this if we just get on and say readings? Give me a reading. What good is it? How many readings have you gotten from people this week? How many readers do you go to and just ask for a reading and then you compare what they tell you? I personally am not into that. Spirit has powerful messages for each of you, and it will keep repeating the same message in different ways until you apply and discover what your role is. My readings always have a call to action. So that means that Spirit is reminding you, don't just sit there and keep asking people for readings. Readings are useless if you do nothing with them because they are for you. They're either connecting you to Spirit, loved ones, or spirit guides. They're reminding you of things you need to know. They're guiding you in a certain direction. They're validating for you. They're building your confidence. But what do you do with it? This is what Spirit wants to know. What are you doing with these readings? Okay, doesn't matter how good or bad the reader is. What are you doing with the readings? Okay. Let's see here. KZ, is it my guide or someone else come to take me home to Spirit? And is it possible to request how we die? Wow, KZ, you're really into this week. What great questions you have. So you're asking when we cross over? Well, it's a collection, and it's really unique and very different for every soul. This includes animals, okay? So it's vibrationally chosen. It is chosen by you and your loved ones on the other side. Hi, Pia, welcome. And let's see. So it's very important that you trust in that. No matter what you believe, no matter what you trust, you will be guided by those that you have chose and that have chosen and promised to be there for you when you cross over. That always includes your guardian angels and the angels that have been by your side throughout your life. That always includes your spirit guides. That always includes the loved ones closest to you that have crossed over. And even some that you have not met, that maybe you did not know in this lifetime, that are happy to receive you. It could be great grandparents that knew your soul before you were born. You all knew each other and you never met them in this lifetime. So you always have an entourage of those there to greet you and to guide you, and so that you have familiar souls and faces there when you cross back over. Okay, that's a wonderful question. You already do request how to cross over. You have already chosen that, and your soul may change that choice. As we spoke about yesterday, your soul can change that choice while you're here in this world. Okay, but ultimately you have free will, and you get to make that choice. Okay, so your egoic mind doesn't make that choice, but your consciousness gets to make that choice. Okay, those are wonderful questions. I love it. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm scrolling through the questions here. Oh, thank you, KZ. Bless you as well. Bless you as well. What wonderful questions. Today, I took a step to ask questions about First Nations info while at great niece's preschool graduation. Since my great-grandfather come to you and others I've been researching, he was a medicine man. Beautiful, Tanya. Excellent. So, guys, what Tanya's talking about really is it's very important that we get validation. We're at a point in history right now in the evolution of readings and human consciousness that when I do readings or when I do the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, which if you guys would like to participate in that, if you're serious about meeting your spirit guides, I still have some spaces. That's June 29th. You can find me on the banner below on my Facebook page if you're interested. All my events are pinned to the top of my Facebook page. But during this Meet Your Spirit Guides event, that's one of the things I do during that as well, is I'm always encouraging people to get validation. And Spirit is very willing to give you all validation, but you have to get beyond what your human cognitive mind thinks it wants and needs for validation, right? You have to kind of open your human egoic mind. And, you know, like my spirit guides I share in this event, you know, gave me validation for past lives in which I had had with them and so forth. And so can loved ones who have crossed over. So I'm very excited about that, Tanya. I'm glad that you're receiving some validation for that. You guys can look through historical records, you know, ask your spirit guides. And that's something we cover in the Meet Your Spirit Guides event. But it's a very powerful process, that validation, just like when I'm reading for you guys and I ask Spirit for validation. So thank you for sharing that, Tanya. That is super, super powerful. Let's see. He's been trying to teach you natural healing with bark. Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let's see here. I see your wonderful question, Anne. We will get to you. Anne Swantek, you keep getting on my lives and asking me about a summer reading. What is it that you want for the summer? Are you getting readings around the board and then you're just trying to compare and figure out what's going to happen for the summer? Or is there something specific that you want to know? I'll pull two cards for you, Anne, but here's what I recommend. Okay. And this is coming through for you very strongly from your spirit guides. And from an elderly woman. Do you have a grandmother that crossed over, Anne? There's an elderly woman also that is coming forward, and they want you to really step into empowerment. One of the ways you're going to do that is by not needing to know what's happening in the future. Oh my God, a psychic medium just said that. Yes, not needing to know what is happening in the future. Why is Spirit saying that? I'm asking Spirit, why are you telling this to Anne? One of the reasons is because when we get too into knowing and thinking we need to know what's happening in the future, when it gets beyond just fun and curiosity and we start to actually have a need to know it, what starts to happen is we slip out of our power. And the reason is because there is no future. There is no past. There is only the now. When we're here in a reality of chronological time, and our egoic mind is always in the past and the future. So it is not your soul that wants or needs to know about the summer. It is your ego that wants or needs to know about the summer. And when I do readings, I try to do readings beyond just the ego, right? So Spirit is coming through though, and they're sharing with me that they really want you to start stepping into your power. The reason they're not wanting you to give too much weight to having a future prediction or to going from reader to reader and asking the same question, having a reading for the summer and then sort of comparing the answers, is because they want you to build inner confidence and build your faith and trust that the universe has your back, that your spirit team has your back, that everything is always working out for you no matter what. And here is something very interesting as I draw cards for you that they're sharing with me right now. Spirit is telling me that they constantly see people wanting to know how things are going to turn out, what's going to happen in the future. And what's really interesting about this is that when we get answers, or let's say we get a new job, or we're getting married, and we've got that ring on our finger, and we're like, oh my God, we're getting married. We know we're getting married. The cake is set, the place is set, the band is set, people are sending gifts. We've had a wedding shower already, and you are sure you're going to get married. My question to you is, how do you know that? How do you know that you're going to get married? You don't. You don't. You got that new job. They signed the contract. Your first day is scheduled. They even moved you. They bought you a house. They got your computer. They got your car. How do you know that's going to happen? You don't. What happens is in those situations when things don't work out, then people come and they ask for a reading and they want to know why it didn't work out. And here's what Spirit really wants you to know, Anne. Okay? They don't give me this lecture for everybody, but it's true for everyone. What Spirit wants you to know is that you're ready for your next level of evolution. You're ready for your next level of confidence. That means you need to have faith and total trust in your spirit team, in the universe, in yourself, in that things are working out for you. That doesn't mean don't get readings. That doesn't mean don't be curious about what's happening in the future. What it means is make sure that your weight and your center is in the fact that it doesn't matter and that it's okay if you don't know. Because it is in that faith and trust that the greatest things happen for us, that our greatest manifestations happen, that your power is, because your power is in the now. Your ego will always be in, why did that happen in the past? How can I prevent it from happening in the future? And what's happening in the future, I need to know to make these decisions. But the truth is that that's a lie from the ego, because you don't ever know. It's an illusion that you know. Okay? Because all of this is outside of time and space. And so just be very careful of that. Your spirit guides are trying to edge you more towards faith and less towards needing a prediction. Okay? All right. The cards I got for you are Sanctuary and Freedom. I think this is really cool. They might seem like they are not connected, but they're absolutely connected. These two things are absolutely connected. Your sanctuary is going to be found in your freedom. Your freedom is found in needing nothing. Your freedom is found in becoming aware of your thoughts and that you are not your thoughts. Okay? It is becoming aware of your true eternal power and that it is unfreaking touchable. Okay? It is untouchable. This older woman that is showing up for you right now, she's actually got like a flowing skirt or a flowing dress on. She's absolutely adorable. She's got a little purse with one of those short handles that she's holding. She's definitely a grandmotherly figure. She looks like a grandmother or a great grandmother. Let's see. Did you have a grandmother or great grandmother that you are aware of that passed, Anne? Because she is walking right up and she's here for you. And she's seconding what your spirit guides are telling me. What they want is for you to have freedom from the overthinking and to be able to let loose. If you can do this, this summer is going to be a huge quantum leap for you. It will feel like it goes by fast, but it will be full of freedom and discoveries and aha moments so that you'll be able to go into the fall with a whole new mindset, with a whole new level of frequency. Okay. And that this means there's going to be new opportunities that pop up for you. Okay. The sanctuary part is that the sanctuary is in this freedom of your mind. The sanctuary is actually within you. And they want you to find that sanctuary because there's a whole new set of creativity, of peace, of freedom. There's some gems for you to manifest found within the sanctuary, but this sanctuary is you. It's within you. And they want you to create that. Okay. They said that you're good at creating this and wanting to create this in your environments. But it's because it's a desire and reflection of your internal self. Okay. They want you to create that in here. They want you to have that solidarity. Okay. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Your grandmother passed on my dad's side. You didn't know her. Okay. Here's what they want you to do, Anne. Okay. They want you to go back. Do you know what she looks like? Find some photographs. Find some pictures. I have got such big chills. She has been there behind you, supporting you, loving you, being proud of you, rooting you on. It's okay that you didn't know her. She's one of your biggest fans. Okay? She is hovering over you like just this, like the biggest cheerleader ever, supporting you. Okay? And she gave you some gifts before you came into this world, energetic gifts. And there's a very strong connection there, okay? So I want you to know that she is there with you, along with your spirit guides, supporting you. Let's see here. Isn't that cool, Tanya? I know. Hi, Patrick. Welcome. Hey, Leona. Let's see. Yeah. So, guys, this is okay. You don't have to know these loved ones that come in for you. They love you just the same. They're every bit as strong and there with you. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Caroline. So let's see. You're going, okay. There's a way for the summer, like to move. Okay. All right. Well, so here's the thing, Anne, they want you to be able to know how to create miracles. Okay. Hi, Ward. They want you to be able to create miracles. And the way you do that, the most powerful place to manifest is in the present. It's in the now. So if you're going away, what you need to do is, first of all, this is cool because every time you go away or you take a trip, you come back a different person. Okay, there are shifts that happen when we switch our environment like that. Okay, so what they want you to do is they want you to let go, take care of that energy, and this is an opportunity for you to create miracles. I believe that is why they've been urging you. They're urging you to prepare your internal self to dive into a deep relationship of trust and faith that things are working out for you, the universe and your spirit team. Okay, because they have amazing things in order that was part of what your soul requested. But you have to play your role in that. And that's why they have been speaking to you and trying to work on you and work with you, okay? So they want you to take complete advantage of this trip, of this time away, okay? Let go of the outcome, they're saying. Let go of the outcome of what you're wanting, okay? And toss it out into the universe with this high vibration of how you want to feel. And trust. There is nothing like it. If you want a magic pill, because there is no magic pill, gratitude and letting go control and just tossing it out there. Wouldn't it be nice if, and trusting sets those things in motion. So what did they just give you today, Anne? They just gave you a magic recipe for creating what you're wanting. And the time away is perfect because it shifts your energy, it shifts your focus, it shifts your vibration. Okay, so please keep me posted. Please have total faith in this and what you're wanting for the summer. Please know that they want you to create freedom, which this trip will give you, and create that inner sanctuary this summer. Because while as you're asking what's happening, what they're telling me is what they want you to do with the summer. Because that's your recipe for how to create the outcome that you're desiring, okay? Let me know if this resonates with you, Anne. Also, please remember that your grandmother is there with you very, very strongly, and she wants you to know that she is there and she is present. She wants you to find a photograph of her in one of her cute little dresses with her cute little purses, and so that you can have some validation that she's there with you, okay? I hope you're still there, Anne. That's such a lovely little reading. I love it. All right. Thank you for letting me read for you, Anne. Keep me posted and come back for more, okay? You're welcome. I always love it when you join me. All right. Let's see. Andrea, we'll get to you. You're never stuck, honey. Let's see. I'm gonna get back to you, Ward. I'm starring you guys so I can find you, okay? Let's see. Leona, tell Dad I said thank you for letting him know he was with us on my daughter's confirmation. He'll know what I mean. I needed them signs. Okay, so Leona, here's some great news for you from Spirit. He already knows, and he already knows because he knows always what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you want to say to him. You do not need me or any other reader to tell you, okay? He already knows. You all, each of you can speak to your spirit team on your own without anybody like me, okay? You all have these abilities. You just aren't as familiar with them and not as practiced with them and not as aware of them as I am, okay? So know and trust that. You can tell your dad anything you want. He knows it before you say it. He can feel what you're feeling. He knows what you're thinking. And just open your heart and tell him. It is much easier for them to hear and receive and observe us than it is for us them. We have to learn that, okay? I'm just so excited that Anne's grandmother came through. She's freaking adorable. And I'm telling you, find a photograph. She is a doll. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go back up here. Ward, if I feel someone sitting next to me, is it that they passed or a guide? Okay, so, well, it can be either one. If you want to learn more about your spirit guides, you can always join my Meet Your Spirit Guides event on the 29th. For anyone who wants to meet your spirit guides, again, you see the little banner at the bottom, guys? That's my Facebook page. All of my events are pinned to the top. If you want to meet your spirit guides, we talk about this. I also have an Awakening Your Intuition group. If you guys are interested in joining that, you can contact me. We talk about these things. It's part of my academy to learn how to connect with spirit on your own and build your confidence. It's anything and everything metaphysical and paranormal and spiritual, okay? The quick answer on here in the time that we have, Ward, is it can be both. And the better and more proficient and practiced you become at sensing energies and reading energies and communicating with them, the easier it will be for you to tell the difference. Sometimes it's very difficult. I think a lot of people find it very difficult to tell the difference. For me, it's very obvious when they're coming through and I'm doing readings, who it is. And the first thing I would do, well, there's a couple ways you can start practicing telling for yourself, okay? What I find is that usually if you are unfamiliar with these types of things, and this is not 100%, I just want to give you some tokens so you can try to figure this out, okay? Well, number one, I would journal. If you start practicing journaling, I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me say this, but this is really how I strengthened and developed my mediumship skills and how I was able to clearly tell the difference between myself, my spirit guides, my angels, everybody I was reading for, beings from another dimension. I was always able to do it, but I was able to strengthen it and override my egoic mind through journaling. Because the more you journal, the more you can see your own mind on paper, right? You can see your mind on paper. So as you start writing and you look back, you can start to see what's you, what were your thoughts, and then what popped in as answers. That becomes a physical vehicle for you. And you start to have proof and validation that your human mind wants and needs, okay? Then the other thing is you can start to determine the different voices and you'll start to see them, okay? You can ask them, Ward, the very first answer that comes in is typically the correct one, all right? So if you ask me, if you ask, who are you? Boom, you should get an answer before you start thinking. What I am doing is not coming from thought. My thought is translating it, but it's coming from consciousness, okay? It's entirely different than thought. Consciousness is that observer behind your thoughts, okay? So you can do that. You can ask for yes or no questions. You can say, are you a spirit guide? And you can get yes or no. Now you have a split second. Once that second's over, your egoic mind starts to kick in, okay? Let's see. The other thing is, let's see, you can ask, you might have a feeling, you might say, who are you? Or are you a relative crossed on, a loved one crossed over? You might, again, get a yes or no answer. Don't question it. Go with the first one. All right. Then you might say, you get the answer, it's a loved one. You might say, okay. And then what do they feel like? Was it grandpa? How did grandpa make you feel? They're still the being that was here in this world. They've lost their ego and their human body, but they still have their personality. Okay. They're still here. So that's just one way to get started. If it's something that's just like, it might not even be either one of those. It could be, another presence from another dimension. Or it could be, a being that's maybe, or someone else's, soul for someone else. So I think if you're asking, is it a guide or a loved one that passed on, your intuition is telling you that it's one of those two. But start asking questions, paying attention to it, getting your senses involved, and this will help to strengthen the subtleties, okay? All right, for those of you that just came in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make yourselves at home. Don't forget, if you like this, guys, please make sure you like the broadcast so more people can find Veronica's page, all right? You joined the event? Oh, awesome. Okay. On my live events, guys, on my live readings, I can post my event links, but on here I can't because this isn't my page. So if you're interested, you just have to find me on my Facebook page, okay? Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, I draw a lot of symbols next to each other. Okay, that's cool. So a lot of people go through symbols, right? A lot of people start out that way. Yes, good. Well, hopefully that helps, Ward. Start with that. Everything we're doing here is subtleties. It's just subtleties. So when you're like, I really sense that, if you know there's someone standing next to you, then yes, go with that. Pay attention to that. The more you acknowledge it and pay attention to it, the stronger those things will be, because that's an invitation for them to come in and share more with you. Okay, that's so great. Let's see here. I'm gonna star these. You guys have so many great questions here. So sweet. I know, Tanya, isn't it? I freaking love Anne's grandmother. Let's see. Leona. Is it Dad and Nanny that I'm seeing around the house lately? Can see and feel them so much. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Leona. They're there. And I'm seeing a lot of flowers. Did you just plant flowers lately? Or are you wanting to get flowers to plant? I'm seeing all sorts of little brightly colored flowers. I'm seeing a nice breeze. Have you been opening your windows or something? Let me know. But yes, that is definitely your dad and your nanny that are present with you. They're always present with you. They've been present with you very strongly the last few weeks, really wanting to let you know that they're there. Okay. So wonderful. Let's see here. All right. Andrea, feeling very stuck in life. Would love to know, am I on the right path, please? Great question. Andrea, are you still on here? Let me know if you're still on here. Okay, I'll draw 2 cards for you as well. Let's see. Andrea, I ask yes and no answers when I'm watching telly, and the first yes I hear is my answer. How fun is that? I've never thought of doing it with the telly. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. How fun. So first of all, Andrea, you are never stuck. Never. Your spirit guides are actually up there like, make sure she knows she's never stuck. We tell her she's never stuck. We're always telling you you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You're not stuck. They're like, maybe you'll believe it if it's coming from a human voice. So I don't know, Andrea. Hopefully you're going to believe it if you're coming from me. Your spirit guides are very hopeful here. All right, let's see what we got for you card-wise. And then you're never stuck. So here's the thing. And guys, there's a book you might really, really love. It's called Your Life is Your Path. And I cannot remember the woman who writes it. It used to be yellow with like black writing and some red on it. But it's called Your Life is Your Path. Okay. And, so I'm going to sort of, you guys will find that a lot of my readings and my sharing here seems to be very contradictory from what you're used to hearing. Okay. I'm actually not an obstinate person at all, but Spirit does use me to try to straighten out some of the egoic misunderstandings that you all have been programmed with, so that you can have a very pure and clear idea of what's actually going on and not get too caught up in the words, in the ideas, and all that garbage. Okay. So you're never stuck, first of all. Second of all, The questions you ask are more important than the answers that you receive. The questions you ask are more important than the answers that you receive. So when you ask, am I on the right path? That's a perfectly legitimate question. Everybody asks that question all the time. The real question is, what are you doing on your path? See, you are your path. Your life is your path. So we as humans, we often are like, you're on the wrong path, you're on the right path. Okay, well, I like to use instead the term alignment. Are you in alignment or out of alignment? You're always on the right path because you are your path. Your life is your path. Your path is not about always feeling good, always doing the right thing, not making mistakes, helping everybody, being absolutely perfect. Am I doing everything that's going to get me to heaven? Look, you're going back to heaven anyway. You come from heaven, you're going back to heaven. The question is, what level of consciousness? Have you raised your level of consciousness while you're here or not? Okay, so it's a constant evolution. You're always evolving. You are eternal. Okay, so by all means, make mistakes, mess up. It's okay. That's what your path is for. Okay, what we really want to ask here is, are you in alignment? Number one. Number two, when are you in alignment? Okay, now listen very carefully. This is coming right from your spirit guides. Are you in alignment? When are you in alignment? And they're asking me to remind you it's important to practice being able to tell when you're in alignment and when you're not. Because the now is the most powerful place to create from. But if you're in alignment, you're going to be creating an alignment. If you're not, you're not. So if you're out of alignment, whatever it is you're doing and deciding and creating is going to make you feel like you're off your path. Here's another thing they want you to know specifically, okay? Sometimes when things don't feel right, it's because they're not familiar. And when things are, when we are unfamiliar, things are not, does not always mean that we need to pursue them. We don't always have to pursue things that are unfamiliar, but we do have to get out of our comfort zone to grow. So a lot of times when we get out of our comfort zone, we feel uncomfortable, and then we're like, wait, this is the wrong path. But the real truth is that you have to get out of your comfort zone and feel uncomfortable in order to grow. And that means in order to get the next thing that you are desiring and envisioning. Isn't that ironic? It's a mouthful. But so your spirit guides are literally going, keep going, keep going. Okay. So you might have to replay this, Andrea, because this is very, very important. Your spirit guides are literally giving you instructions here. What are they giving you instructions for? You said feeling very stuck in life. They don't want you to feel stuck because you're not. So they want you to know you're not stuck. Okay. My readings have a call to action. Spirit almost always gives me a call to action. So what they want you to do is to be able to, okay, am I in alignment? Okay. When am I in alignment? Be able to tell the difference. And then that third part is kind of the tricky part, is to be able to feel when you are and when you're not. So when you're uncomfortable and you're feeling stuck, what that always means, now listen very closely, this is coming from your spirit guides, what that always means is that you are unaware of your options and the choices that you can make. When you're feeling stuck, it always means you are unaware of the choices that you can be making. You're unaware of the opportunities. That's all it means. How do you get unstuck from that? I'm asking them, how do I tell her to get unstuck from that? And the answer is, you have to start making choices that you would not make. You have to start making different choices. So what is the bottom line here before I read your two amazing cards? The bottom line is, what is it that you're not choosing that's new and different that you're afraid to choose? What is it that you keep choosing because you're afraid to make a different choice? What is it that you're afraid to choose and make something different about? Because that is what makes you feel stuck. And the feeling stuck is not a problem. It's uncomfortable. But if it were not uncomfortable, would it get your attention? Nope. So when we feel uncomfortable, when we don't like how we're feeling, it's to get our attention. So you are feeling stuck, and you're going to feel more stuck and more stuck and more stuck and more stuck until you get the message that you're the one that has to do something different. And what they're showing me is there's some things you're not doing differently. You're trying to stick with the old ways and not make the choices that are new and uncomfortable. As soon as you do that, you will get free of feeling stuck. Okay? Wow, are your spirit guides freaking amazing? They were like, say exactly what we're saying. Don't stray from this. This is what she needs to do. Okay? Along with that is the cards they chose for you. Renewal and transmutation. Transmutation is amazing because it's not just change. It's not just transformation. Transmutation literally means you're in the process of taking what is and who and what you are and making something brand new out of it. And everything you're doing in your life has this potential right now. If you do what they just told you. Okay, because your spirit guides chose these for you. I did not choose these. They're just working through me, okay? And your spirit guides are really on top of things. They knew exactly what they wanted me to say. They were like, do not stray one word. Okay. So they're not normally so bossy, but yours are. Okay, renewal. Renewal. You're going to love this feeling. This is like jumping in a nice, fresh, clean swimming pool, getting out and having a whole new wardrobe and fresh, delicious food and getting to go to a fresh vacation site. Okay? This is freaking amazing. So, you have transmutation and renewal to look forward to. You are not stuck, and you have your instructions, okay? So, if you want further help, you know how to find me on my Psychic Medium page, and I have an Awakening Your Intuition group where I help people with exactly these things, or you can find other readers or guides and coaches that you trust to keep you on this process. But whatever you do, your spirit guides are never wrong. So follow exactly what they're telling you. Okay? Yay! Thank you for letting me read for you. Let's see. You understand. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. You're so welcome. All right. We only got 13 minutes left, guys. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here and putting up with all of that. That was a mouthful. Okay. You sent symbols to me. I hope that's okay. All right. Sure. I'm not sure what that means, word, but I will find out. I guess I will find out. Symbols. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Let's see what we have here. All right, guys, we have 12 minutes. Let's see what I can do in 12 minutes. This is a great question, Tanya. Tanya, is there a point where our spirit stops being incarnated? Oh, what a great question. Yeah, these are fun. So these guys are, again, the types of questions that we talk about in my Awakening Your Intuition Mastermind. If you really are interested in this in a regular basis, this is something we do like as an academy. We actually learn about these things and help you discover these on your own. So that's such a great question. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else up here. Yes, Ward. Thank you. I know what you meant. Thank you very much for sending me those. I'm excited to see them. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna. Okay, Tanya. Wait a second. Hold on, Tanya. I have to ask you this. Wait, I have to look at this. Tanya, I'll be right back to you. I have to. Hold on a minute. I have to put this one up for a second, guys. Leona said, oh my God, we have flower. Had lights on the marquee. We had a party over the weekend. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, that's awesome. Well, that's what I'm seeing. Lots of beautiful flowers. Thank you for sharing that. I love the validation, guys. All about the validation. All right. Let's go back to this here. So this is such a good question, Tanya. This is a point where I want to share with you guys that sometimes the answers that make sense in non-physical and outside of this world do not make sense in this world. Okay. So oftentimes it will sound like I'm giving you guys contradictory answers, and I do not mean to be doing that. But I'm just going to share with you exactly what I'm getting. Okay. There can be, but it's different depending on who you are and the type of soul that you are. Okay. There is always the potential to incarnate somewhere in some time, in some way, for every sentient being. Okay. There are earthbound souls, non-earthbound souls. There are angels. There are souls that are bound to other planets and other universes. There are collective souls like trees, like oak trees. That's like one collective soul. Maple trees are another collective soul. Bees, those are like a collective soul. Okay. And so because there is no time and space, the real answer is no. There never will not be. Okay, because there always has been and there always will be. You can, it's funny, I hear people talk about past life regression all the time, but the truth is that there's future life regression. Because it's outside of time and space, when you're on the other side, you can drop in and incarnate in any period in time that you want, anywhere. So, you could leave this life and say, well, I need to learn this now, and so I want to go experience life in the 1700s. And you could, right? We have a chronological time here, but the rules aren't the same on the other side, right? So it doesn't hurt or affect us. Sorry, guys. It's not time to go out yet, but she evidently thinks it is. She was going to break her door. So the real answer is no. Now, in your own personal evolution, you could choose no. You could eventually become conscious enough, have your conscious awakening, come back for a few hundred lives as a teacher or a bodhisattva and hold space and help others to enlighten and awaken in an endless eternity of planets and evolving species, and just decide, no, I'm done. Sure, you could do that. Chances are you won't. Chances are on some level, in some realm, you will choose to incarnate, but you don't have to. I don't look at it so much as at the point where there's a stop, probably more of like a big gap. But again, your question comes from a very time-oriented place, right? And so because we're dealing with outside of time and space, that sort of warps your question a little bit, which is why ultimately, Spirit says just make sure they know it's no. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. That's sort of a brief summary of an answer because we've only got 6 minutes left. Let's see. Hi, Gia. How are you doing? Let's see. Let me star you for a second. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. You get it? Such a great question, Tanya. I love that question. And we could go on for a long time about that, but I think for on here, that's a great answer that they gave me. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, you know, Tanya, everybody's got the money issues. I get it. And it's an energy thing. And we just have to pick and choose and, you know, prioritize where we spend it. I oftentimes have people, you know, saying that, but yet they go out and they will spend $100 on dinner or you know, things like that. So, you know, everybody's going through that right now. Let's see. You're welcome, Leona. All right. I'm glad you get that, Tanya. Thanks for your awesome questions. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Well, Gio, what would you like? What would you like for reading? That's very, very general. I do prefer when you guys are more specific, honestly, because it gives more for spirit to come through with. It gives something to connect to vibrationally. And when you guys just ask for a reading, but wow, you like that, Tanya? Wow. I know you'd love a reading, Gia. We're doing one. But I do, you know, just for future, you know, it's always better if you guys have something more specific, because it does allow for there to be an actual stronger vibrational connection to something. Okay. When it's general, it's kind of like, meh, you know, it's not as exciting. So let's see. We have miracles and success. Miracles and success. That's a great combination. So I don't think you were on, Gia, when we were talking about all that before, but we were talking about one of the ways to create miracles, and you know, the most powerful place to manifest is from the now. So that would mean, and you would be guided to practice being more present. And one of the other steps to that is to let go of the outcome. So to have a clear intention of what it is you're wanting to create or manifest, and then let it go. And you can say something like, you know, wouldn't it be wonderful if, or what if, wouldn't it be great if, and then let it go with that high energy, that high vibrational optimism, and toss it out there in total faith of things. Okay. Coupled, of course, with gratitude. Being grateful for however things are right now. Okay. That's a recipe for miracles. And we did talk about that earlier on here today. That's kind of cool. And then I see this leading to success. And what I see that meaning is there's so many different definitions for success, right? But I see this for you as meaning success in manifesting the outcomes that you are envisioning. Okay. It doesn't mean they're necessarily going to pan out the exact way you think or come about how you are imagining, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is, does it come about, does it match the feeling that is the whole reason you have the thing you're envisioning in the first place, right? So for example, somebody might envision a black car. They have the vision of this black truck, right? Well, why do they want that black truck? Because of the way they believe it will make them feel. They end up with a red convertible. But this is the trusting that things are always working out for you, all right? So these are your two now. Follow that recipe that I was just given for you for miracles. And then let go. Don't hold on to the outcome so that you can receive the success for that, okay? Hey, that's really cool. That's a great reading, Gia. I love that. That's great. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go up here. We only have like 30 seconds left. I've already asked a question, so I understand if you can't do this now. I have an awful fear of drowning and creepy crawlies. Just because of a previous life experience. Well, I think I want to say yes and no. It's playing on most humans actually have those two basic fears because it helps us to survive. And what I'm getting is that because of the high anxiety that you have going on in your life right now, your mind is, the more you are working on getting beyond that and beyond the fears that you have going on for you personally, the more your ego is actually playing on you, and it's choosing other things to focus on that cause you to have anxiety about. Okay, I'm not actually getting that this is anything to do with a past life. I'm getting that this is having to do with your mind wanting to keep your nervous system in a particular place of fear. Okay, so when you have those thoughts, acknowledge them and refocus on something else. Don't try to stop the thoughts, just refocus them on something else. Okay, all right. This is amazing. Be present. Yes, that was an amazing reading, Gia. You're so welcome. Guys, I have to take off. I will be back next Monday at the same time, Monday and Tuesday. Don't forget, if you'd like to connect further or join my Angel Party online reading or meet your spirit guides event, you can just follow the banner down here and find me on my Facebook page, and all the events are posted to the top. Veronica has awesome and amazing readers on here all week long, so don't forget to keep an eye on that and join them as well. And I'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye, guys.